Hey guys, Fireman Official here, and so we're going to cast another game on Age of Empires 4 for the technical stress test version, and we've got a game between the English civilization and the Abbasid Dynasty. We've got Vasmar playing in blue as the Abbasid Dynasty here on the left of the map, and we've got, Play Crypto. We're going to call him Play Crypto in red, playing as the English, presumably on the right. Yeah, there he is, on the right. So the map is Dry Arabia. And let's just have a look at the builds. As you guys know, I'm interested in build orders generally, and this makes sense from the English player. This is what I tend to do: get 6 villagers on food, and then start sending villagers on wood. Gold. Sorry. Of course, in the early Feudal Age or Dark Age, you need to get to Feudal Age. You basically need food and gold. Really, you don't need that many villagers on wood. 2 or 3 will do, and then obviously you make a transition. If you're going for the Longbowman, you'll need to transition into wood after you've built your council hall or the other landmark, whichever one you're going for. And nice set of sheep coming in for blue here on the left. Alright, sending more to gold. What's this? Oh, okay, yeah, of course, yeah, building a house. Must build a house. Yeah, I think this game's going to be good. I'm watching random games, and I've just picked this one up. So far, so good. I mean, you can tell these players are relatively experienced. They've got some, I've seen some games where people aren't building houses even at the beginning. So these guys have got some semblance of a build, probably looking pretty good. Hopefully this is going to be a good game. So guys, if you watched the video earlier before this, the Abbasid Dynasty had that interesting bonus of having the siege units not requiring to be researched before they can build them in Feudal Age. So I wonder if we're going to see something similar from Vasmar here, some sort of siege push. Yeah, food also doesn't rot. I noticed that as well, Elsie, which is really quite nice, because now what you can do, if you can... So with my build order for the Chinese fast castle into 3 stable lances, I actually mill the deer instead of going for the berries, and I use a scout. I try and find the sheep around my base, but then I can just push the deer in. You can push the deer into the mill and just shoot them, and because they don't rot, it's absolutely fine. You just push them in, and then you go on your merry way, scout more sheep. Whereas in Age of Empires 2, if you did that, they'll be rotting, half of them, so it's a bit tricky. There are some nice differences that I find. Elsie, actually, what would be really cool, actually, is if you wouldn't mind just maybe noting down some of the differences you've noticed between Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 4, like stuff like that, like how food doesn't rot. I'd really like to do like a comparison video between the 2 games. I mean, obviously there's so much to compare, but like simple things, like, for example, you can't scout with sheep anymore. Like, scouting with sheep is not a thing anymore. Rotting's not a thing. And of course aging up is different now, it doesn't idle your TC. Okay, so we're going to wood now for Vasmar. And yeah, I'm going to come up with a list of that as well, and we can come up with a mega list together. Oh wow, wait, what? This seems super fast. Okay, I think I can understand this build. So this is going to be a super fast Longbowman rush. And he's going to go back to wood after this. These vills, a lot of them are going to go back to wood and food, and he's just going to spam out these archers, I think. But that's a super fast uptime. I think there's a timer I can put. I think it's F something. Oh, it's not that. F11, guys. Yep. So it's going to have a super fast uptime here. Here we are, Longbowman already. He's housed pretty badly though, because he has no wood. He doesn't actually have a lumber camp, guys. Wow. That's really interesting. He doesn't actually have a lumber camp. This is super tight, this build. Might do some work on this one as well, because like, it's really interesting. He's going to be able to get a lumber camp now, so... Although, I mean, I'm not sure how much it's worth it, because he can't actually produce anything. So going up that early is actually kind of not worth it, to be honest. Or at least it feels like it's not worth it, because what you want to do with build orders... I mean, he could transition some villagers to wood. But there probably is a way to get sort of 5-minute feudal with constant archer production. He hasn't achieved it here, but when making build orders, you kind of want an end point, which is like a continuous production of archers or continuous production of something, or a decent number of them at least. But he's only actually got one, so... An interesting take, interesting start to the game for red there. Blue is taking his time a little bit more. Still... Oh, he's in Feudal Age as well. Okay, not bad timing. Go for archer range as well. It's got a lumber camp. And the eco just seems a bit better set up here for Vasmar. He's getting forestry. Oh no, he's getting horticulture. Okay. I was getting forestry. I was getting double broad axe. This looks like a very nice build for blue. He's going to berries now as well. So, red really rushed down that council hall, and I think it might have harmed him more than helped him. I think he took like 9 villagers to build that, which wasn't necessary really. Oh, camel archers. I like this. So this is a camel archer rush from Vasmar, and I think actually in this game we're going to focus a bit more on Vasmar's play, because I'm in the process of developing a camel archer rush, and we were discussing in the game before, well, should we go for an archer ram push as well as another separate build order, but going for some camel archers. I like it. I feel like the Abbasid Dynasty is a pretty aggressive civilization, all in all. So it's going to suit some people's style of play quite nicely, I think. Okay, it's building an archery range as well, another second one. Going for some more camel archers, I suspect. They are quite slow to produce, so this is not a bad idea. Getting them producing out of 2 rather than just 1. Quite expensive, the wood though, 150. Camel archers themselves are pretty expensive. They cost 180 food and 60 wood. Okay, looks like it's going forward, I think. Yep, 3 camel archers. So 3 camel archers is actually enough to one-shot a villager, guys. Yeah, nicely done. We can raid a bit there. Doesn't have a blacksmith. Imagine if you can get... He went for the economic wing. Okay, he went for the economic wing. Alright, interesting. I don't think... Can he engage that? I don't think he can. He might lose one there, yeah. It's unfortunate. He lost a camel archer there. Camel archers opening. Okay, Longbowman pushing forward, but there's not enough numbers there actually. The camel archers will be able to engage, especially with the quick reinforcements from double range. He's got a good number now, 7. He can definitely engage this. He's not going to be aware of it though, so he needs to be careful not to get caught out on the gold here. He won't want to get caught out. And if he goes forward, actually, he might miss this. And red doing very well to scout. Keep an eye on things. Let's see what the red sees, actually. He sees the gold. He's going to go straight for the gold. This is going to be quite bad for blue unless he notices. I feel like he should have gone a bit closer and then started to attack, because blue didn't actually lose a single villager there. If he went a bit closer, they wouldn't be able to get away that quickly. And now the camel archer is going to come back and clean this up. There are 2 spearmen though, so he's going to have to be careful not to take some hits from those. And he can clear this up now. Oh, it's quite nice. Oh, we tried to micro that back. So he was trying to micro the weak units there, which is quite nice, but he didn't manage it. Yeah, absolutely, Elsie. If he went closer, it would have been so much more damage. It's kind of similar principles in Age of Empires 2, really, as well. You kind of, if you smell blood, you can go for... I think... I suppose he didn't necessarily want to lose the vills, but mobility-wise, he knows his opponent's going camel archers, so... If he engages, he's going to have to engage, because... You know, he can't run away from the camels, basically. I really like the mobility of these camels. There's the council hall. Quite a lot of spearmen here. This could be bad for blue unless he micros it. He's generally microing it pretty well, actually. It's pretty nicely done overall, considering. Good micro though. So the units just disappear rather than sink into the ground, it seems, in Age of Empires 4. Ooh, it's going to get some bad hits to that camel though. This might be a fairly even fight because a lot of the camels were half HP, so the Longbowman might be able to actually do quite a bit of work here. Only 3 camel archers left. Ooh, another spearman, and he has to retreat. Can't really fight now. And the good thing about Longbowmen is that if your opponent runs away from them, you can still get a good few hits before they manage to get away from the range. So this has been a really good game so far. Let's have a look at the villager count. 1 second. Actually, it's bottom left, isn't it? So 53 population for blue and 45 for red. So 53. I suspect as well it's probably down to the fact that he got the economy upgrade for the cheaper villagers. It does need to refresh that lumber camp though. That's a pretty hideous lumber camp. It doesn't really have the wood for it just yet. But nice number of camels there, camel archers. So I wonder whether it's really delicate balance, I feel, with the Abbasids, whether you go for the culture upgrade for the cheaper tech upgrades, whether you go for the economy. I suppose it depends how aggressive you want to play. He's going for 4 archery ranges. So it's going pretty aggressive. Yeah, he went a bit close in that last fight. Does he have a blacksmith or... Yeah, he does. He does have a blacksmith. But I suppose in the long run, the economy upgrades is actually a lot better. In the long run. It's a lot of camel archers, guys. Okay. It's going to be a pretty big fight here, and I think if blue micros this well, which it looks like he is. Okay, this is good for blue. This is really good for blue. I don't know how I feel about him going for the outpost though, the Vils. I feel like that outpost is always going to go up. Probably best to go for the Longbowman and start raiding. This is looking bad for red actually. I think blue is winning a lot here. Although blue is actually losing quite a bit. But overall he's going to get rid of the Longbowman. Oh, we've got to be careful with that spearman. Yeah, don't forget the English are a little bit better at fighting back as well with their bows. Yeah, this is looking bad for the English player, and now Vasmar can just raid. He's just going past the Vils though. Taking kind of unnecessary damage from the tower there. What does red do from here? Not sure it can do too much. 65 population for blue, 12 population for red. Ouch, this game's over. This is where the siege will come into use for the Abbasid player. It does need infantry though to be able to make that siege. Wow, that's a lot of wood chopping he's done. That's what comes with the double upgrade. The wood cutting upgrades. Forestry and then double broad axe. Yeah, blue really needs siege actually to push this fully. Without siege it's going to struggle quite a bit. I'm losing some units for free. But blue is well ahead now, and I kind of really wish he just refreshed that with number camp. He's got the wood to do it. He's just probably busy with other things right now. He's going to go for another raid. There aren't any villagers to raid, to be honest. Get one there. And yeah, it's going to go in the farms. Yeah, easily one-shotting them. Looking very rough for blue now. I think blue probably has... Sorry, rough for red. He's got 5 population. I'm not sure why red's not resigning. I'm really not sure why red is not resigning. Crikey, so red is down to 2 population and one of them is garrisoned in this tower. This is a time where you resign, I think. Yeah, it's got 1 villager on the farm. But look at the gold that's coming in for the Abbasid player. He's got how many villagers on gold? Oh, a lot. Oh, it doesn't have too much. But there it is. So Vasmar gets the win. And playing as the Abbasids, really strong civilization, I think, for early aggression. And let's take a look through some of the stats, shall we? It looks like the eco upgrade, the economy upgrade for blue was solid, and he got forestry, he got the double broad axe. I wasn't too sure if red did the same, but some really good fights for blue. And yeah, just generally all round had better quality of play and managed to get the economy going. Let's just see, with all these resources being collected, it's massive difference there. But yeah, really well played by Vasmar, and I think there's lots to be taken from that game. Really interesting strategy he went for with the Abbasid Dynasty with the Camel archers. And yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, do feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help the channel. And if you'd like to see more content like this, do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and then you get a notification when I next release a video like this. So take care guys, and hopefully see you on the next video.